Greetings everybody, welcome to G4G on YouTube. I am your host, Napalm Dawn, and today we're taking a look at a new game that is available on the PS5 and also the PC. If you get it on PC, it is available through the Epic Store, and its name is Godfall. So Godfall is from Counterplay Productions and Gearbox. Everybody knows Gearbox. They did the Borderlands series, they did Battleborn, and of course they did the somewhat flop that was Aliens versus Colonial Marines. And we all know how that went. So, this game was going to be one of those ones that was going to be pretty big for the PlayStation 5. About a day before it released, the embargo on talking about this game was apparently released, and it's not doing too well based on its critical reception. One place has got it at about 62%, and another place has got it at about 76%. The best way to describe this game is not a looter shooter, but a looter stabber. Apparently, some of the complaints coming in is that it gets repetitive, and it really has a threadbare story. This is according to what Forbes has said on it. However, at the time, Forbes had access to being able to talk about it. Only really the press copies had been talking about it. As for players, not many player reviews had come in at the time. I think it was only about 6. This is a game that I had been monitoring since it was on one of the E3s, I believe it was, or Game Awards, somewhere along the line. I came into that footage of the game, while it was being developed, and it certainly looked good at the time. All the trailers for this definitely made it look pretty solid. And I'm only about an hour or so into it at this point, and it doesn't seem too bad so far. What I'm feeling about it is that I feel like the controls aren't really matching what my muscle memory is looking for. That's sort of the feeling on it. The heavy attacks and the light attacks are RB for light and right trigger for heavy, and that's sort of weirding me out, mostly because I expect some normal button presses in there, and not to be overusing the trigger like that. Maybe that's Marvel Avengers that's doing it to me. I don't know. My A is a dodge, and that feels pretty good, but X is a potion usage, and that feels weird. X to me feels like it should be like light attack. If you hit Y, you switch between your weapons, and B is a interaction. Left button is a shield, and then left trigger is some kind of charge up, which I do believe goes into some of your techniques that you have access to. Yeah, the muscle memory is a little bit weird over there. Also, when you see these things, you can phase jump to it, which that one really is kind of more of a lane change than anything. But there are traversals for it. So right now I've switched over to my dual swords, which is a little bit faster than the weapon that I was using as kind of You would imagine. I mean, it's a common trope in games like this that dual swords are usually slightly less damage, but really fast. One thing I sort of don't like about this game is that the usage of the shield is kind of a bit slow. Oh, that... Ooh, wow, okay. Oh, that guy's actually getting healed or shielded. So, what I mean by that is that... Okay, I'm locked on, which is creating some odd dodges over here. The shield usage, I kind of expect... My sort of muscle memory for it expects it to be instant. I see the attack coming in, and... Oh, that's an undodgeable. You know, I see the attack coming in, and I want to hit the shield button at a certain point to either get the shield up or do the parry or whatever. And instead, the shield response is slow. So, that's instant. But then when I'm doing this, to get out of it is often slow. Like, there isn't an animation cancel, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. And that really throws me for a loop for that. And again, I think it's potentially maybe muscle memory from Marvel's Avengers. It's been a while since I've done Bloodborne or Sekiro. So I'm not really too sure what game is causing that. In terms of where I'm expecting things to be. In terms of... Ooh, this guy's different. And that was a takedown there. Which, again, reminds me a little bit of Marvel's Avengers. The way when somebody gets to a certain stagger meter, at least on the Xbox, you hit Y and B and you do the takedown. It's the same thing over here. When somebody gets prone or you get the jump on somebody, you have a takedown ability. Hitting the right stick in to do it, considering right stick is like target selection, weird. I think most people might enjoy this game a little bit more if they edit their controls. The graphics are amazing. I'm pulling, honestly, a really high FPS over here. Oh, well, okay, so that's sort of like a World of Warcraft requirement over there. That because I'm using a Knight's Ring, I can't use a Knight's Ring. However, this Knight's Ring is better. So I'm going to do that. Over here at Armory, here's just your inventory at a glance. So there's different life stones. So life stones are that like potion that I've been taking. And that's what's equipped. Plus 14% weapon technique charge speed. 15%. 36% breach damage. That I'm not too sure what a breach damage is, so I'm going to go with this, which is just a straight upgrade over what I had. And then you have your skills, resources, which I don't know what that does yet, social, codex, and merits. Don't really know what merits are going to give me yet. It looks like I get some experience and some rewards. This kind of reminds me of the daily card system in Gigantic. I don't know why. These are a little fatter than those cards, but something about it It just kind of reminds me of Gigantic. Exploration is pretty good in this. Go off the beaten path a little bit, just like you would expect to do in an RPG, and you're going to find some chests and everything. So the path is here, but I went over that way, and there was a chest. So that's pretty typical. A lot of things in the environment are destructible. If you're somebody who's like a Diablo 2 fan or a Diablo fan and just likes smashing the shit out of everything, yeah, you're probably going to be happy with this. The other kind of person that I think might be really happy with it, because I think it's going to get a lot of the inevitable comparisons to it, is Warframe. Now, it has been a really, really long time since I've done anything with Warframe. I played Warframe a bit in the beginning when it first dropped, back in right around the time of Warcraft's Cataclysm. So that would have been about 2009, maybe 2010. Let's see. Wrath of the Lich King, 2008, 2000. So 2010, 2011. I had done the original Warframe back when BFF, the Big Fat Phony Show, was covering it. Kind of around World of Warcraft's Firelands and Cataclysm is what it was. And it was interesting, and then I just completely dropped it and didn't play anymore. My girlfriend had a couple friends that were playing it. Looks like something's going to go on over here. And she was like, hey, you know, free to play, install it, give it a shot. And I did, and I don't really remember how my experience was. I just know that because she had been playing it for so long, she was one of those ones that just basically like drops in and like speed skates her way through the levels because she knew where she was going. And I was just like, okay, that's unblockable. See, I tried to get my shield up 1 second earlier than it did, and it didn't fire, but the second one did. Whoop, hi. Gunners are usually pretty easy if you time... Well, that was a good parry. And a nice takedown. Yeah, it's what it is there's no animation cancel. I think that's what's screwing me up with the blocking and the parrying. You really have to just chill on your attacks if you want to get a good parry or block. I'm using my oh man. I'm staring at the B, but my muscle memory had me hitting X. I think, again, because of Marvel's Avengers. So I kept healing myself instead of opening the chest. Yeah, that's great. Hopefully that regenerates somewhere soon here. I thought I remembered in the footage that you played as different Godfall people. I thought maybe there was like the speedy one, the tanky one, the all-arounder. Maybe I was misinterpreting the footage, or it was just simply the weapon changes that were happening. Parry, perilous attack, stun it, beware. Okay, so they're trying to say timing is going to be what's needed here. This is going to be my first real big boss. There was a boss before this that you fight it to about 3/4 health, and then it's a scripted cutscene, like where it breaks through the floor and drops down. Ooh, this guy... Okay, well, that wasn't it. So I have to watch out for reds. Ah, that wasn't it either. Oops. I think I did something to the first one, but the second one got me. No, didn't really do much there. Oh, there we go. So now we know what the blue... Whoa. Trying to get out... See, he was trying to get out of there. Can't judge the distance on this guy. Unblockable. Well, we know the Perilous is a giant light blue. There's a little bit of splash when he lands there. So even when you dodge out of the attack, you can't go in and do anything. So that's one of the techniques that I just did there. Oh, I have no idea what this is. There's a green orb right under him that I really want to get to, but it's in fire. Oh, oh. That sucks. Damn, I wish that fire would go away already. Oh. The firebending shit from Avatar. There's the splash. Damn, I thought I was out of the range of that. This isn't going too bad, except the fire's out over here at the orb. Damn, I missed my shot. It's doing a camera lock. That's... Oop. Alright, well, I got the orb before he stabbed me. It's... See, I'm struggling against the camera lock over there. Another green orb on him, if I can get him away from that. Pick it up. Ooh, good parry. Got a free shot at the orb there. I think we've got him. Oh, nope. That's not good. That's not good. I really wish he would land so that I could do combat on him. Maybe I could... There's another orb. Uh-oh. That's probably the end of me. Or not. Still kind of hanging on. Damn. Fun fight. Alright, so now we know what we're doing for the perilous attack. We know some lasers, of course, do the sparks. Let's see if this is any better. Oh, he's starting off part of the way here. Laser? No, ring. He's near death, but I don't want to get greedy. The last thing you ever want to do in games like this is get greedy. Ah. This is slightly greedy, but it's working. There we go. That's kind of cool that when it restarted, he was down to his last quarter or so of health over there. It's kind of badass that he watches this thing die. Ooh. Give me that brain core. So I'll be honest, I really don't know what the plot is. The sound has been a little bit weird in this, where I don't know what it is with games, but like when you first run them, the volume is super jacked, so I brought the volume all the way down, and then I adjusted the game volume, and I brought my volume back up, and it's still low, and I've been bringing it up, and it's still low. So I really haven't been paying attention to the voiceovers. Yeah, I really don't know much about the plot. I didn't know I was going to fist that thing in the head and absorb its brain core into my body. I've just kind of been enjoying the action and the visuals. Like, this is cool. Oh, I saw this and Seagull was talking to this thing. Let's go find out what this thing... Oh, I can't cross the pool. This sort of reminds me of Mortal Shell. Seeing these things over here, especially, like, that's me. This almost makes me think that maybe we will have other suits or shells or something. That sounds like Liam Neeson. This is the way. This thing sort of reminds me of the Naru from World of Warcraft, but I feel like it also reminds me of something from Final Fantasy 13. Craft your first Valor Plate. Huh. I think a Valor plate is... Oh, it's gonna force me to pick it? Yep. Okay, so maybe this is where we get different suits. Okay. So I was right. LS and RS, Valor Plate Core, Archon Fury. Guess it ignites people. Alright, so let's craft it. Have all the right materials. Kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy's Dragoons. Too, a little bit. Alright, so I can change... So the equipment carries over. Warhammer with breach damage, 26... Oh! Well, her ability, or its ability, is Ignite, so fire DPS sounds good. We want something a little bit lighter than another Warhammer. 26, 26. Weak point damage. We'll equip that too. Nothing there for amulet. I know we're going to have to get rings. And we're going to be changing the lifestone. So, sadly, all of these rings are the same, so I'm not going to be able to equip other rings other than the one. Alright. Can't do anything with augments yet. There we go. Okay, so... That's that. And I do have the okay, I have the right equipment equipped. LS is cosmetics. Wonder what I could do. Yeah, so that seems to be a bit of a transmog system there. RS shows me my Archon Fury. Wow, that is slow and big. That's the Kirk hammer from Bloodborne. The light attacks are chaining. Wow. Okay. Looks like the fourth attack gives me fire. Man, that heavy is really are vulnerable on that heavy. And then here's the standard longsword. And there's that ignite. Alright, well, we'll go ahead. Aha. Combos. There. Oh, breach attack. Right trigger. Alright, let's try that breach attack combo. 4 of them, and then hold it on the 5th. Okay. Pretty sure that was the breach attack. So, 4 lights and heavy. 1, 2, 3, 4 heavy. Cool. See, that northern one, though, of holding... Oh, there we go. Now it's actually working. I was having issues doing that northern technique before. And let's see if we can do the southern. There we go. Alright, now they're both working. Rushing strike. That was actually different. I ran and heavy attacked. Oh, that's actually nice. That was about 3 light attacks and then a heavy. It was a nice combo over there. So, everybody, that's Godfall for you. It's on the Epic Store and PlayStation 5. And I wonder if... Wow, I was in combat while I was actually in the inventory there. That's why the screen was flashing red. So, fun game so far, at least in terms of the combat. Plot is a little bit weak. Supposedly the end game gets really, really grindy with repetitive nature and dungeon running, and I think it's a little bit like Avengers, where you just basically sit there and you keep doing like the same missions over and over to maybe grind for loot or something in that particular you know, mission drops a resource or something like that. I do believe there is a social aspect to this game where you can party up with people. Don't really know much about that yet. So, if you like loot, if you like perhaps Warframe or stabbing things at high speeds and having fun combos, maybe even like a Devil May Cry, I guess, you're probably going to like this game. If you're looking for interesting plot or something that seemed to be of a kind of a mythos lore, like a Greek or Roman lore to it, this one might not be it. So, hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and at least on the Epic Store, it does have a couple of different purchase options that have like season passes and I think maybe gold gear or something like that, like transmogs, but there was 4 or 5, I think, different purchase options on the Epic Store for this. So, hope you liked the video, everybody. Take care.